G'day and welcome back to the channel. I think my microphone is dying and playing up and causing all sorts of issues. I spent a bit of time trying to figure an alternative solution out, but alas, I do not have one. So we'll see if I can get a little bit more out of this microphone before I have to change over. Otherwise, we ended the last video at Great Ball Tier Rank 2. We had a bit of a decent run, then we just came into some few issues. So I'm happy to play a few more games with this team before I provide my final feedback. But I've definitely got a feel for the team now, and I've definitely got a pros and cons list. But let's see what we're up against. We're up against Morgan with the Armor Rouge, Steelix, likely a Mega Victory Bell. So having access to some firepower here is going to be good. Hydreigon, Hawlucha, and maybe Mega Manectric. So I think we could lead with our Excadrill here. And that covers a lot except for Hydreigon. So we'll go for Primarina. And then we got something either for Scrafty or Sceptile. I think Scrafty's going to be our third. So, yeah, maybe Zoroark. I don't think, yeah, Sceptile, Dragon, maybe against the Hydreigon. But we've got Primarina to cover for that. They've just led straight into Hydreigon. So we can Earthquake here. It is effective. We do ignore their Levitate. They'll probably Flamethrower us, but the least we could do is at least, yeah, bang something in, do a bit of damage. We are faster, so they taunt us. I guess expecting Stealth Rock. But yeah, we'll just do that again. No issue with that. So, alright. That was one of their threats neutralized. But yeah, I love Mold Breaker. Being able to Earthquake. Can't Mold Breaker flying though, so there is that. We do have our Scrafty we can bring in. We've also got Primarina, so we're not overly impacted by our Hawluchan friend. Again, we're faster. We get the Iron Head. It's big damage. They can Brick Break us back. But again, we are faster. We were going to survive that with our Focus Sash. So, yeah, unless they had a priority move, Iron Head will clean up there. Yeah, I'm not sure what their strategy is, or they're just clicking buttons. They try to taunt me. Brick Break. Yeah, it's not a lot they have. And yeah, Victory Bell we'll just Earthquake. They're not even gonna Mega. Alright, well we'll just this is their Focus Sash one. No. We just happen to do 99% damage. And yeah, we were already non-evasive. Now we are even okay, so yeah, they're just having a good time. Jumping on the ladder, playing a bit of fun. We're just passing through. Yeah, I don't know if they had much strategy involved in that. They were just sending Pokemon out and clicking buttons. But we will take that and move on to the next one. Yeah, so against matchups like that, like they didn't have speed control. They, had options potentially like Choice Scarf on the Hydreigon, but none of that. So not sure what they had. But we have our next opponent now, which is Basti, who's got certainly a meta-looking team. Got King Gambit and Grimmsnarl. They've got couple Dark. Then they've got Infernape. And so what do we do in this scenario? we could definitely... if they lead with the King Gambit, we're in a whole lot of trouble. Only way we get out of this is if we lead Rotom. There you go. Rotom's actually going to finally get some usage. Then it comes the question of, yeah, we probably need Scrafty. Or no. I actually think we're going to have better luck with Sceptile, because that gives us Garchomp coverage and Azumarill coverage. Then we just need something to take out Infernape, which will have to be the Excadrill. Yeah, I think that's the go. See, I'm not sure what they would lead with in this scenario. Grimmsnarl, yeah. So possibly the Grimmsnarl screens we'll see here. So let's anticipate and we'll set up a nasty plot. They could fake out. Grimmsnarl does have that. I'm not overly threatened by dark and fairy moves as Rotom, so I'm confident I should be able to set up here. And yeah, they'll go for the light screen, which is fine. We took the time to double our damage anyway, so the reflect has nil benefit. I'm expecting them to also have light clay, so they'll be able to get the bonus for longer. We can get a bit greedy. We can try and go for a double. We are pretty quick if they do bring out Gyarados. We are able to outspeed. Not that we would need the extra damage. But light screen. All right, let's get greedy. Okay, parting shot. Fair. So that negates 1, and then we'd be up 3 at the end of the nasty plot. So yeah, I'd expect a Azumarill or... no, Garchomp. Righto. So yeah, Garchomp can't Earthquake us, but definitely Dragon us. So, I reckon we at least pump out an Overheat. See, if they're Grimmsnarl Garchomp, what's the likelihood of a Azumarill and the Gyarados being in the back? They're locking in Mega Garchomp. And they went for the Earthquake. Okay, so they didn't realize that Rotom levitates. Because, to be fair, the UI does not tell you. It tells you it's super effective, but it is up to you to know that Rotoms levitate. So yeah, not big damage, so let's nasty plot. There's the Rock Slide. They miss. Lucky. Okay, so they do have something threatening for us. So this could be, assuming they're going to Rock Slide again, this could be our opportunity to actually bring Sceptile in. We got a bit of chip on the Garchomp, so a Dragon Pulse should be able to take it down. So yeah, there's the Rock Slide. Ooh, that's big damage. Fair enough. Alright, well this is going to make this less impressive. We'll definitely Mega outspeed the Garchomp and KO with Dragon Pulse. Or not. That's huge special defense. Alright, yeah, Outrage will probably KO us. We were already at half from a Rock Slide, so... yeah, Mega Garchomp. Killer. Alright, yeah, where we were... Dragon... oh. Yeah, okay, well they've also still got Light Screen up. That would be why. I've miscalculated that. Because I didn't... yeah, they've got, 2 of 8, so they did have Light Clay. But yeah, Earthquake should be able to... no, outsped again. Even as jolly max speed. How are they outspeeding us? But this will take the KO, and then we'll see what they've got left. Their Grimmsnarl could come back out here, and it does. And we'll try an Iron Head. They could fake us out. I'm not overly threatened by a fake out, but they're just going to try and do more light screen on top of light screen, which doesn't work. Iron Head does big damage. 2% off the KO. Now they can light screen, but it won't do them any good, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll just Iron Head again. Oop. Okay, so yeah, that was not calculated well by them. They didn't look at the battle screen. Always got to make sure to check when this, that, and the other thing. All right, so the last one they have is King Gambit, and it's not Defiant King Gambit. Rotom should be able to clean up. So let's just hope we survive a Sucker Punch. No, we did not survive a Sucker Punch. That is most unfortunate. Our goal now is to see if we can overheat them. We've still got our toaster oven. Come on! This has got a 1 in 9 of missing. So there's the Sucker Punch. Big damage. We get our Citrus Berry. And we get to overheat. And this should KO, because King Gambit doesn't have huge special defense. So there you go. Rotom Heat, not doing much at the beginning other than threatening with Nasty Plot. Ended up being the one that won us the match. So, go Rotom. Alright, that'll put us on 2-win streak, get us to Great Ball Tier 1. So 1 or 2 more and we should be into Ultra Ball pretty quickly. Next opponent has been found. Okay, so yeah. Ooh, different Basculegion. But they've got the Talonflame. So we're definitely wanting to lead with our Scrafty here. Because that is some good choices. We're invested in a bit of speed, so mindful of that. We could as well just actually lead with Zoroark. Yeah, let's do that. So then we would need, so they've got the Fire, Grass, Water Core. How do we navigate that? I think we Primarina. So if we start with Zoroark, we Primarina and we bring Scrafty. I don't think Rotom, Excadrill, or Sceptile. Dragon Grass? Basculegion? I've never... It's a special Basculegion. Well, let's go with that. Because this way, at least with turn 1, appear to be threatening with our Scrafty. Although we're not going to be intimidating, so our opponent could suss that out. But there's our Scrafty. And then, yeah, we just Bitter Blade here. Bitter Malice. They're just going to Brave Bird, thinking they do big damage. And to be fair, they do. Jeez, that's a Life Orb Brave Bird? Or a Muscle Band Brave Bird? Okay, neither. Righto, so... I think we Primarina now. We've just lost our Zoroark. Absolutely wrecked. We could potentially lose our Primo, at least take a bit of damage. But they're going to withdraw. So they've got Talonflame in the back. Here comes Basculegion. Okay, so they're a bit forward thinking. Because obviously that's not going to do a lot. But Primarina's got pretty strong special defenses. So an Energy Ball here would clean up. But they're going to flip turn. Rotate probably back into the Talonflame maybe? Or into their third option. Meowscarada. So yeah, Energy Ball not doing enough here. They're obviously threatening us with their Flower Trick right now, which I'm pretty sure would KO. So I think even if we get all the Intimidates in the world off, crits bypass Intimidate, that Flower Trick's going to be less impactful there. But let's just protect a turn. Expecting them to Flower Trick, and they do, and Pro Team will turn them grass. So we'd probably need the Primarina for the Basculegion and the Talonflame. So we'll swap into our Scarafti, and that does nothing because the Flower Trick crits and probably KO us. No? Okay. We can at least take 2 of those. So let's Mega Evolve. I don't think we need to Fake Out. I think it's best just to knock off. Okay, so hopefully we see the Basculegion come out here. Great. So I wanted the knockoff to cover if it was a choice item or not. And then, yeah, obviously if we looked into Drain Punch, I wasn't expecting them to swap to Basculegion, but it was certainly an option for them. But this allows us coverage for both, and we'll swap the Basculegion out of existence. Bloop. Okay, so the Basculegion was choice scuffed. So, which means the Talonflame is not. And probably going to go for another Brave Bird. So I think we bring Primarina in. If anything, to preserve Scrafty Intimidate. We hopefully... No, don't survive that. Just get absolutely walloped. But there's another chunk of change from them. We then get our Intimidate off. So now to be doing a little less damage. And I mean, we could Drain Punch here. Because if we knock off, it's not going to be great if they swap. I don't know what the chances of us surviving this are. So if we just do Fake Out, get a bit of chip. Because I don't have a Basculegion to swap into now. And then, yeah, we got Drain Punch or knock off. Drain Punch. Let's see if we survive. Oh, they don't. They swap into Meowscarada. And this will be big Drain Punch. Boom. Oh. Almost back to full. We're 10 hit points down. So, Talonflame, Brave Bird is 120. I think we might be able to survive this and KO. Fingers crossed. Come on! Here's the Brave Bird. We've got pretty high defense, but yeah, I think the Intimidate would have allowed us to. So them swapping out or having the option to swap out them was the reason they were able to steal the win. Well done to them. Yeah, so we try to navigate that as best as we could. We lost our Zoroark very early, which hurt us bad. Hopefully, maybe it's hard to just throw Scrafty into that. With the Intimidate is good, but there's a lot of Talonflames floating around singles. So we'll see what our next opponent brings. Garchomp, Metagross, Raichu, Araquanid, Skeledirge, and the King Gambit. So again, I'm really strongly leaning towards Zoroark. Mainly because the Raichu will try and fake us out. And we can do some big damage on Metagross and Garchomp. And the Skelly-Dirge, if they're not careful. In that case, then I think Mega Sceptile is definitely going to do a ton of work. We just need some way to get rid of the King Gambit, because that's going to be our biggest problem. And Scrafty is kind of how we do that. So, because yeah, Excadrill, yeah, I reckon that might be alright. Something different. I don't know if Rotom Heat is going to be overly useful here, or Excadrill. Primarina's only good in a couple matchups, so let's give this a go. They are on a 3-win streak, so let's see how we go. They're going to lead with Arachnid. So it will, on face value, appear that we have the advantage. But let's Bitter Malice. We'll at least do a little bit of chip and drop their attack. They'll fire a sticky web at us. Try and slow us down. Okay, so it doesn't apply to us. It applies to anything we switch into. So that's fine. Just keep Bitter Malicing. Lower its attack. And pop a Citrus Berry. So it's at -2 attack now. Mirror Coat. Ooh, ouch. And that'll break our illusion. So we've done, not enough, unfortunately. That Mirror Coat. I'm going to have to look up what that does, to be honest. I can just do a bit more chip, or I can, I think, a bit more chip. And then I imagine, no, Liquidation. Alright, so they were eventually going to attack us. Now, yeah, I think we Sceptile now. We'll lose a bit of speed for the sticky web. That's going to be a big advantage late game, so I think them doing that early is surprisingly good. But no issue with us Dragon Pulsing. We should be still able to outspeed the Arachnid. But yeah, having neg speed now at all times for the rest is going to be not great. So I think we looked into Dragon Pulse, which is really good. They've decided to swap into Garchomp, which is a fair play from them, but I don't think, Grass Dragon or Oko. Was that a crit? Nah. So, see you later, Garchomp. So that puts us in a pretty good position if that was their win condition. Okay, so they've also got Raichu. So Raichu can definitely fake us out here. I don't think we need the... it could also Volt Tackle us. I think Sceptile is going to be a good counter for the Arachnid. So we'll just come and put some Intimidate on the Raichu, expecting a fake out. But they are going to Mega Evolve. And this will be my first encounter with a Mega Raichu. Is that the fast one or the no miss one? Ooh. Ooh, I think we've lost this. Well, that's a good setup for Mega Raichu. Set the sticky web down. so that Raichu essentially outspeeds everything. Because I don't think we have a counter for that, and they're obviously just going to alluring voice us again. I don't outspeed, so if I somehow manage to survive this, I do. My only hope is on an Earth Power, picking up the KO. Oh, so close. I wonder if that was a roll. I needed to do some slight more points of damage. So that is most unfortunate, but a good strategy on their behalf, I feel. Because, yeah, our Sceptile was obviously going to be outspeeding their Raichu if they didn't have the sticky web, but they had it. Props to them. Good strat. Something to leverage. Because, yeah, the team obviously doesn't have any entry hazards. We're back down to rank 2. So we're kind of hitting the kind of high ceiling for this team in terms of navigating. But my big problem with this team is the current Megas are both weak to Fairy. And there's a fair bit of Fairy out there. And I don't think the rest of the team really covers Fairy strong enough. Because again here, we're likely to see Sylveon come out. In that case, again, do we try lead with Zoroark? Or do we just lead with Rotom? I think Rotom's a strong lead here. And then we'll need the Excadrill to take out the Sylveon / Manectric. And then we just need something for Snow, Frostlass, and Lucario. Because, yeah, if we get stuck on a Sylveon, we're not having a good time. I think Sceptile's going to be our player here. I do like that the Megas, you've got kind of a slow Mega and a really fast Mega. So depending which end of the field you want to play at. If there were more Trick Room teams, maybe Scrafty in this context would be superior. But they've led with Frostlass, so they're just going to go straight into Snow. Do we go straight into Overheat, or do we set up a nasty plot? Because they could just as easily try and steal turn 1 Blizzard us. If they do, how much damage is that going to do? Enough? It's a fair bit. I reckon we just try Overheat up. Okay, so no Mega. Just Oko. Okay. They just wanted to chomp on that one. They must have a different plan. Alright, so yeah, now Manectric comes out. And this was where we brought our Excadrill. Assuming they're just going to straight lock into Mega Manectric and a Thunder move. Thunder Fang. No, they were just going to Thunder Fang us. Righto. Obviously doesn't work. We then try to Earthquake. They could swap into Gyarados, but they don't. They just let Manectric go. Righto. Let's see who their third favorite Pokemon is. It is Lucario. Is this Mega Lucario? Again, we're just going to lock in Earthquake. We've got our Focus Sash to protect us. They don't Mega Evolve. They just get KO'd. So maybe it's a bunch of cool people playing on mobile. It is available for release on mobile now. So you can play this on the go on your mobile device. So that's hopefully bringing a fair few players, extra players onto the ranked ladder. But yeah, it's a bit of a steep learning curve. So my goal is with the website to try and support some of the math automations. Obviously, it doesn't provide any benefit to the psychology of battling, but it does help just give you a bit more confidence in the numbers and the speed and what your team's able to achieve. So we've got our next opponent. Grimmsnarl, this is very new. Grimmsnarl, Empoleon, Garchomp, the Goldengo, Blaziken, and Elektross. So the team is very weak to Excadrill. So I imagine they're going to try and lead with Blaziken. So we need to Blaziken or Grimmsnarl. And I think in either scenario, we go Primarina. And then we want our Excadrill. And then it is very physical, except for Empoleon. But I think we want to go Mega Sceptile. So yeah, Rotom Heat here, not overly having a good time. And yeah, Scrafty is good to probably block not a lot. And then yeah, Zoroark would be good against the Goldengo. But that's really about it. So yeah, we've got... I'm expecting a Blaziken lead. That would be my expectation. They are on a 5-win streak. So if we can shut them down, I think that'll boost us into Ultra Ball. But they've gone for the safe pick, Grimmsnarl. So I expect Light Clay and a Light Screen to start the match. They could just as easily do a Fake Out, but nah, Light Screen is where it's at. That'll shut down our special moves. So something I need to pay attention to for 8 turns. But also good to check, because it does tell you if they're Light Clay or not, right? So if I go into here, not Light Clay. So it's only 5 turns, not 8 turns. So you know they are not Light Clay. So they're going to Parting Shot probably now, because I've been spamming Moonblast, into something resistant to Moonblast would be the good play. So maybe Blaziken or Elektross. Okay. I mean, Moonblast should still do okay damage. Yeah, that's okay. I mean, the crit helped, because then it ignores their screens. But that's the gamble you play when you set up for Light Screen. You leave yourself exposed to crits, and they do happen. But we've got Excadrill now. So they are still going to commit to Mega Evolving. And my god, look at it plus and minusing the eyes. Supercell Slam does nothing. And it kept going and crashed. Alright, thanks for playing. See you later. So yeah, 5-win streak and countered by an Excadrill. So that's how the cookie crumbles. But I'm hoping this will get us what we need into Ultra Ball. I am. Alright, yeah. I'm happy to leave it at that for this team. We've had a bit of a good run. Obviously with some audio problems in the last video. Apologies for that. But otherwise, I think this team could do, yeah, just a bit better with the other Megas. But it's got a bit of work, but it's still a bit of fun to play. But we've got more choices to go, so stick around and stay tuned. If you enjoy this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel, and I appreciate your support. Until next time, take care and enjoy. See ya.